What if Shawn Michaels returned in 2000? And welcome back, guys, and this is Mikeratto, and welcome to another video where today we're going to have a what if video of Shawn Michaels returning in the year 2000. How will this affect the company? What will be the changes? And is he the same as his 1990 self, or he is more of his 2000 self, the devoted Christian, or in 1990s, which is obviously hated backstage? So here we go. In 2000s WWE, while it was led by Triple H during this time, and while he was one of the most hated heels, with The Rock and Stone Cold as its baby faces. So where would Shawn Michaels fit in? What storyline will be fit in? Will he actually fit in? In this timeline, well, we're going to have the 2000s Shawn Michaels, where he is actually changed for the better. The guy who the audience know from the Ruthless Aggression era. Though, in this timeline, he may have still his 1990s attitude, but all of his other issues from his outside life, well, it won't matter in this timeline because we're going to have this hybrid which he met God, but still he may actually have some issues backstage, problems within his character, and so on and so forth. Let's just say the combination of his 1990 self and his new self. So the storyline that Shawn Michaels would fit in is actually returning to Triple H side and actually reforming the Generation X as a heel. Why? Well, because Austin and The Rock were the biggest baby faces during this year. And if you put the two together, the heel the Generation X versus the guy, well, who was loved by the audience and who defeated Shawn Michaels for the championship, Stone Cold, which they will be also rivaling. Will have a rivalry this year. Well, it makes sense. So how will the storyline goes? Triple H during this year, well, he will feud with The Rock, and somehow in one of their matches, Shawn Michaels will cost The Rock a championship. Therefore, well, The Rock will challenge Shawn Michaels to a return match, which it will create controversy because, well, people are asking, is he actually cleared to compete? With Shawn Michaels admitting that he is cleared to compete, and we will have the first dream match here, which is also on a high pay-per-view, which is The Rock versus Shawn Michaels, a one-on-one match which it will be built on from their past issues. If wrestlers can actually took care of their personal problems within each other to the ring and work professionally, like Matt Hardy and Edge, I think Shawn Michaels and The Rock can work even one or two matches without getting hit within each other. And to think that Shawn Michaels is changed here, somehow, his half self, well, I think it will be better for the build up of the match. So we will have this character of Shawn Michaels in the 90s, which he is actually arrogant and he's back to his 1997 self. And The Rock being this huge babyface. So where does Triple H go? He will support Shawn Michaels while also feuding with the returning Undertaker and Kurt Angle for the championship, which in this match, in the triple threat match, while Angle beats The Undertaker and Triple H to win his first championship, because this year he was also pushed to beat this other heel, and yeah, so Kurt Angle wins the title. Shawn Michaels will beat The Rock for his return match, which Shawn Michaels will put over The Rock in the next pay-per-view. So they will trade wins. And after that, while Shawn Michaels and Triple H for this year, while they're gonna be busy for the rivalries, they're gonna be united as this heel Degeneration X, but also the McMahon Helmsley era. Instead of naming that McMahon Helmsley era, it's gonna be the Generation X version 2, something like that. And also, while in 2001, what will be Shawn Michaels' match at WrestleMania? Well, Austin is busy with The Rock, Triple H is busy with The Undertaker. So what will be Shawn Michaels' match within this year? Well, I think that if WWE can have another huge star here, which I'm not sure who will be it, but yeah, Shawn Michaels can compete a huge star here. We can be put Chris Jericho in the match, while Jericho being the babyface here. So it will create a tension for the WrestleMania 19 match for Chris Jericho having his vengeance. And instead of, well, Chris Jericho losing at WrestleMania 19 match, he will lose in this match at WrestleMania 17 with Shawn Michaels using a dirty tactic. And Shawn Michaels, he won the match against Jericho and he continued his heel run. And yeah, for Triple H, he will still continue his heel run. And for Austin, he will turn heel in the main event. That's what happened in real life. But in this timeline, Shawn Michaels is here. That means that WWE can actually focus on making Shawn Michaels and Triple H the heel Generation X to actually fight with Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE Championship. That means that these two will actually try to reclaim their title from Austin. Also, The Undertaker will be involved in that rivalry just to equal their playing field. Kane will also be involved, and the McMahons will be involved in the heel Generation X side. You know how they made the Generation X a huge thing in 1997? Well, they're making it again here in 2001. So the rivalry will continue just like in real life, except for Shawn Michaels being involved and Austin just a babyface defending his championship. And every time the other members of each team will actually interfere, the other team will actually help the babyface or the heel in that rivalry. So the match is set. Well, it's gonna be Kane versus Triple H for the IC title, Vince McMahon versus The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold. Within this time also, while Shawn Michaels also put over Stone Cold in their first match because the Generation X has mixed communication with each other. And then after that, while in one of the episodes of WWE, while the Generation X with the help of McMahon will screw Austin out of the title, which means it's back in 1997. Shawn Michaels is again the WWE champion, and Austin is the one who is actually chasing for the belt. And as for this time, while Kane is the Intercontinental Champion, but instead of having open challenges, while he will still feud with the McMahons and the Generation X, defending the title against Triple H or any members of the McMahon-Helmsley era. As for The Undertaker, he will be on the side of Kane and Stone Cold, helping them in their matches. So yeah, that will be the platform till Shawn Michaels will drop the title before the Alliance storyline. Because, well, there's gonna be a double turn during that storyline, and Michaels and Stone Cold will actually have a double turn with Austin winning the title due to, while the WCW rebuilding and Austin joining the Team Alliance. And as for Shawn Michaels, well, he is actually still loyal with the WWE. I'm not sure if the fans will receive it well with this double turn, but in accordance to the storyline, well, it makes sense because, well, in real life, Austin joined the alliance and Shawn Michaels has a lesser history between the two companies, though I'm not sure if the fans will receive it well, but in storyline perspective, it actually makes sense. And also, if The Rock can't return, well, Shawn Michaels will be the leader. And then, yeah, Team WWE versus Team Alliance storyline will happen with Austin on the Team Alliance and Shawn Michaels with the Team WWE. And also, well, during the build up of the storyline, as I told you, the Generation X version 2 versus Austin, Kane, and The Undertaker, the turn of Shane McMahon actually acquiring WCW and Stephanie McMahon ECW, it will actually happen there during the climax of the storyline. After Austin wins the title, every superstar from WCW and ECW who they hired will actually attack them after the match, with Austin going out from the ring and then lending him a t-shirt, which after the assault, he will stunner everyone in the ring, and then the last guy who he will stunner is Vince McMahon, just for old time's sake. Though I'm not sure it will create a pop for a face pop or a heel pop. So that happens, the storyline happens, Shawn Michaels is in the face and he will turn face from now on up to 2005, which means he will have the same face role and the babyface Shawn Michaels. And as for the WWE Championship, well, Kurt Angle will not win the championship in the storyline because, well, in the storyline he will be just pure pro alliance and joining Austin. And then, yeah, Shawn Michaels and The Rock will be the respective champions of WCW and WWF after that storyline, which it can be feuded into a triple threat match between Michaels, Austin, and Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho and The Rock. And then after that, well, Jericho will win the Undisputed Championship. Yeah, that happens. Jericho wins, and he will brag that he did not only beat the Rock, Stone Cold, on the same night, but he also defeated Shawn Michaels. Yeah, he defeated 3 legends with the 3 different eras from the 3 different years, from Shawn Michaels in the 1997s to Stone Cold with 1998 and The Rock in 1999 to 2000, with Austin's popularity on 1998 up to 2000s also. So Jericho will brag about that, and each star that he actually defeated will challenge him before WrestleMania, before Triple H actually defeated Jericho. And yeah, for Shawn Michaels, well, he will have also a dream match here at WrestleMania, which WWE actually making Eddie Guerrero return earlier so that they can have a match at WrestleMania. And also, Eddie Guerrero's problems will be resolved before WrestleMania 18. That means that he will be also part in that pay-per-view, which Eddie Guerrero will beat Shawn Michaels in this dream match to actually elevate Eddie in the SmackDown brand. And as for Shawn Michaels, well, now that Triple H is a babyface, they can reform the Generation X as both of them being a babyface. And yeah, for first few months, we will have this duo who will actually be a part of the main event. Though Shawn Michaels will not challenge Hunter here. Instead, well, he will go and do his own rivalries. He won't insert himself in the WWE Championship run of Triple H before he was beaten by Hulk Hogan. And after Hogan beaten Triple H, well, the two will go for the tag team division, which they can also win the tag team championships, but for a short time, well, because Triple H will betray Shawn Michaels, and we will have this huge Shawn Michaels versus Triple H feud. That means everything goes back to normal from here on up to the real life events, which they can elevate the storyline. Elevate the storyline with Triple H, elevate the storyline with Jericho, and many more in the main roster who Shawn Michaels has actually interacted with when he returned in 2000. So, what would happen in this what if? Why did I make a timeline? Why did I have this idea that Shawn Michaels returned in 2000? Well, Shawn Michaels actually had a match in 2000s. I think it is on TWA. And if you think about it, if he is actually cleared then we can have a timeline where Shawn Michaels was changed in 2000s. Instead of 2002, he will have this early development of stage of his life changing. And that means he won't have any problems in backstage. Though he may actually had still his 1997 backstage issues, but during his return there, well, some of them will confront Shawn Michaels and they will straighten him up and he will be a changed person like in 2002. And that period of change toward his heart will actually happen much earlier because due to his peers actually helping him and not tolerating his attitude. So yeah, and because of those former problems of his, correcting his mistakes, well, he actually had a second chance, just like in real life, to perform for the fans of pro wrestling. And if that happens much earlier, we will have a lot of dream match towards 2000s up to 2002. Before, well, his return in 2002 up to 2010, and eventually the return in 2018 for a match, a one match only. So yeah, that will be the alternate timeline of Shawn Michaels returning in 2000s. Do you like this video? Like, comment down below, share, subscribe. Subscribe for more videos. And like my videos here, I'm gonna post again a new video for a new what if for all of us to actually tackle about. Thank you for watching, and this is Mikeratto. Peace.